The Sioux Falls City Council meeting of Monday, July 19th will begin. If I could have a roll call vote, or roll call, please, as the council president.
Council members Litz, Rolfing, Aguilar.
Here.
Anderson.
Here.
Brown.
Here.
Entenmann.
Here.
Erpenbach.
Yes.
Jameson.
Here.
Thank you very much. We will have an invocation, and tonight's invocation will be done by Councilor Vernon Brown, and then we will also have the Pledge of Allegiance immediately after that. If I could ask you to please stand.
I ask you to bow your heads, please. Dear God, we want to thank you for bringing us together this evening. We appreciate all the effort that city staff put in keeping this city running in a strong manner. We thank you for this picture-perfect day in Sioux Falls, and ask for you to remind us always to work in cooperation, share our knowledge, and we'll always work towards friendship. May you guide us in grace as we make decisions this evening. In your name we pray. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I wanted to just very, very quickly introduce you to our new city attorney here in Sioux Falls. His name is Mr. David Fifley, and David has been kind of working for free the last couple of weeks, and now we're officially paying him in Sioux Falls, and here he is. So, David, welcome to the city.
Thank you.
You're welcome. We are going to just change the tonight's program just a bit. If I could just have your patience, we do have a proclamation we'd like to read, as well as there is an award. If I could just ask for your patience for about 10 minutes before we proceed with that. We will go right into the consent agenda. If I can have an approval of a motion to approve the consent agenda, please.
So move, Anderson. Second, Jameson.
Councilor Anderson Jr. has made a motion to approve the consent agenda. It's been seconded by Councilor Jameson. Any discussion on that? Hearing none, if I could have a roll call vote, please.
Council members Aguilar.
Yes.
Anderson.
Yes.
Brown.
Yes.
Entenmann.
Yes.
Erpenbach.
Yes.
Jameson.
Yes.
That motion has passed. If I could have a motion to approve tonight's regular agenda as well, I would appreciate that.
So move, Anderson.
Second Aguilar.
It's been a motion by Councilor Anderson Jr., seconded by Councilor Aguilar to approve tonight's regular agenda. Any discussion on that? Hearing none, if I could have a roll call vote, please.
Council members Aguilar.
Yes.
Anderson.
Yes.
Brown.
Yes.
Entenmann.
Yes.
Erpenbach. Yes. Jameson.
Yes.
That is passed 6-0. Folks of Sioux Falls, I would like to allow you the opportunity to speak in front of the City Council tonight. We would ask you to just keep those comments to 5 minutes, if you don't mind, and just give us your name. We would also ask that you, if there's an agenda item that we're going to be talking about later on, that you hold your comments directly to that later. But if there's another topic, please feel free to come forward and let us know. Is there anybody out there who'd like to speak? Welcome, sir. If you could just please give us your name.
Name's Tim Stanger.
Thanks, Mr. Stinger.
The last 2 weeks I went out on my own to ask people about why they live in Sioux Falls. Good percentage of them said that they lived in Sioux Falls for, one, the low rate to be able to live, the parks, the crime rate, and some of them said that the reason why they stayed in Sioux Falls was because of their mothers and fathers. Somebody had to take care of them. I asked them, I said, having an entertainment center, would that change your mind? They said no. You know, we got an infrastructure in Sioux Falls that is, the roads are bad. We need stuff done. We're holding back $500,000 for this entertainment center for 2 years. Don't you think that $500,000 should be used for something that is going to be worthwhile? And can the people of Sioux Falls, one, spend that money a lot of people look at it, it's wasteful spending. We watch our government do a lot of wasteful spending nowadays. We're going to move, a lot of people bring up the train tracks downtown. Everybody thinks that, wow, yeah, we got $30 million to move them train tracks. Well, where do you think that $30 million comes from? Don't come out of the clouds. That's our taxpaying money. Our government's going broke. You take $30 million times 50 states. If every state just dropped one thing, it would probably help the deficit. But I guess I look at it as wasteful spending. And I think a lot of people in Sioux Falls look at it as wasteful spending. And I think we got to look at our infrastructure before we look at spending $500,000 for 2 years on the entertainment center.
Thank you, Ms. Stinga, very much for your passionate comments. I appreciate it. Any comments or any questions of Mr. Stinga? There will certainly be more discussion when it comes to the event center over the next, whether it be 2 months to 4 years, and we'll certainly talk about it even more, and as I know you will as well. So thank you for your comments. Any other commentary tonight from any of the good people here from Sioux Falls? In that case, thank you. We'll move on to item number 3.
Item number 3 is new 2010 retail liquor license for MKSF Incorporated K. Raven to be operated at the northeast corner of West 74th Street and South Connie Avenue, Lot 1, Block 1, Platinum Valley Edition, including Sunday sales and video lottery terminals, full-service restaurant with the petition for a final development plan, 2010-0502, being approved on June 2nd, 2010, pending final inspections per Fire, Health, and Building Services.
Thank you. Can I have a motion to approve in a second, please?
So move, Henneman. Second, Jamison.
If I can make a recommendation that we go through all of the unfinished business and do one vote, if that would be all right. That'll be okay?
Thank you very much.
Yep. Item 4 is a new 2010 package liquor license for Cubby's Incorporated, Cubby's West 12th Street, to be operated at 1900 West 12th Street. Item 5, rescind the 2010-2011 packaged malt beverage license for Cubby's Incorporated, Cubby's West 12th Street, 1900 West 12th Street. Item 6 is new 2010-2011 retail malt beverage license for Big Cheese Pizza, LLC, Big Cheese Pizza, to be operated at 1301 East Benson Road, full-service restaurant, conditional use permit not required, pending final inspections per Fire, Health, and Building Services. Item 7 is a new 2010 retail wine license for Big Cheese Pizza, LLC, Big Cheese Pizza, to be operated at 1301 East Benson Road, full-service restaurant, conditional use permit not required, pending final inspections per Fire, Health, and Building Services. Item 8 is a new 2010-2011 retail malt beverage license for Two Amigos, LLC, Two Amigos, to be operated at 3224 East 10th Street with the conditional use permit 2010-0507, being approved on June 2nd, 2010, pending final inspections per Fire, Health, and Building Services. Item 9 is a new 2010-2011 packaged malt beverage license for Walgreen Company, Walgreens number 05243, to be operated at 2605 West 12th Street with the conditional use permit 2010-0511, being approved on June 2nd, 2010. Item 10 is a new 2010-2011 packaged malt beverage license for Walgreen Company, Walgreens number 05514, to be operated at 1806 South Minnesota Avenue with the conditional use permit 2010-0510, being approved on June 2nd, 2010. Item 11 is a 2010-11 packaged malt beverage license for Walgreens Company, Walgreens number 10729, to be operated at 7120 West 41st Street. Item 12 is a new 2010-2011 packaged malt beverage farm winery license for Pilot Travel Centers, LLC, Pilot Travel Center number 716, convenience store only, to be operated at 5201 North Granite Lane, pending approval of a major amendment by the City Planning Commission. Item 13 is the transfer of a 2010-2011 packaged malt beverage farm winery license from CFJ Properties, Flying J Travel Center, 5201 North Granite Lane, to Pilot Travel Centers, LLC, Pilot Travel Center number 716, convenience store only, to be operated at 5201 North Granite Lane, pending approval of a major amendment by the City Planning Commission. Item number 14 is the transfer of a 2010-2011 retail malt beverage license from CFJ Properties, Country Market Restaurants, 5201 North Granite Lane, to Pilot Travel Centers, LLC, Pilot Travel Center Number 716 Restaurant, to be operated at 5201 North Granite Lane, including video lottery terminals, with the conditional use permit 99125 being approved in 1999. Item 15 is a transfer of a 2010 retail wine license from CFJ Properties, Country Market Restaurant, 5201 North Granite Lane, to Pilot Travel Centers, LLC, Pilot Travel Center Number 716 Restaurant, to be operated at 5201 North Granite Lane, including video lottery terminals, with the conditional use permit 99125 being approved in 1999. Item 16 is the transfer of a 2010 retail liquor license from United Enterprises GR LLC, Ground Round Restaurant, 1301 West 41st Street, to Our Ventures Incorporated, the 18th Amendment, to be operated at 1301 West 41st Street, including Sunday sales and video lottery terminals, full-service restaurant, conditional use permit not required, pending final inspections per Fire, Health, and Building Services. Item 17 is a transfer of a 2010-2011 packaged malt beverage license from Pilot Travel Centers, LLC, Pilot TC Number 349 Convenience Store, 5301 North Cliff Avenue, to Love's Travel Stops and Country Stores Incorporated, Love's Travel Stop Number 445, to be operated at 5301 North Cliff Avenue. Item 18 is a special one-day liquor license for TSK Incorporated Stogies, to be operated on Phillips Avenue between 10th and 11th Streets on July 31st, 2010, for the Stogie Stakeout. Item number 19 is a special one-day liquor license request for Hy-Vee Incorporated, all occasions by Hy-Vee, to be operated at the Delbridge Museum of Natural History, 805 South Kiwanis Avenue, on August 7th and October 16th, 2010, for wedding receptions. Item 20 is a special one-day liquor license request for J&T Services, to be operated at the Old Courthouse Museum, 200 West 6th Street, on August 21st and October 22nd, 2010, for wedding receptions. Item 21 is a special one-day liquor license request for Washington Pavilion Management Incorporated, Washington Pavilion of Arts and Sciences, 301 South Main Avenue, on September 10th and November 12th, 2010, for wedding receptions, on October 9th, 2010, for a family celebration, and on November 6th, 2010, for a gala. Item 22 is a special one-day malt beverage and special one-day wine licenses for the South Dakota Association of the Deaf, to be operated at the South Dakota Association of the Deaf Center, 3520 Gateway Lane, on August 5th through the 7th, 2010, for the all-class reunion.
Tamara, thank you very much, and thanks for that clarification. Councilor Entman and Councilor Jameson, would you, two good men, be willing to change that to items 3 through 22 versus just 3?
So moved. Mayor,
Yes.
quickly, I'm going to need to excuse myself from item 16.
Okay, very good.
So if we can separate that from the rest of the items, that would be...
Councilor Entman and Councilor Jameson, would you mind if we took up items 3 through 22, excluding item 16 at this time? Councilor Entman?
Yes.
Councilor
Yes.
Jameson?
Yep, good.
Thank you very much. We'll take up item 16 separately. Councilor Anderson Jr., thank you very much. Is there any discussion on items 3 through 22, excluding item 16? Lori, welcome.
Hi, Lori Hogstead with the City Attorney's Office. I do have one comment on item 13. We do not need to take action on item 13 tonight. Items 12, 13, 14, and 15 are all with the Pilot Travel Centers, the former Flying J. And action on item 12 is actually for a new license, and 13 would have been for a transfer. And since that was not renewed last week, we do not have a license to transfer. So item 13, no action, and I can certainly answer questions on 3 through 22.
Councilor Brown.
Lori, just for clarification so the public understands, tell us what our action on 14 and 15 is regarding the truck stop.
Oh, certainly. 14 and 15 are separate from item 12. Item 12 is for the convenience store, which is the package, malt beverage, and South Dakota winery license. Item 14 and 15 are the beer and wine licenses, the on sale for the restaurant portion, and it's known as the Country Market Restaurant. And this is in a separate area of the facility.
That's 14 and 15.
Correct. 14 would be the malt beverage, retail malt beverage, and 15 would be the wine.
And the restaurant has not had issues with underage?
That is correct. The restaurant has not had issues and was not tied into any of the action that was taken last week. In fact, the restaurant beer license was renewed for 2010-11.
Tell me what the effect is of our vote on item 12. Should we not approve a new license?
Well, if you would choose not to approve a new license, then the applicants would need to wait for a year and then reapply. They would not be able to sell any malt beverage or farm winery products out of the convenience store for a year. And then they could reapply.
But do we have the ability to do that, or would the state override us on that?
Well, since this, boy, I might have to defer that to Gail. It's a new one. It's a little bit different than the renewal we dealt with last week. I just have to think this one through a minute. This one.
Well, that's a new question, I guess, for me, Councilor Brown. I'm not really sure that the state could override you. I mean, we always talk about these licenses being state licenses, but if the council chose to not approve this new license, I guess I'm not aware of an action the state could take regarding it at this point in time.
And I guess I would direct my questions to whoever is here for that license. As it's been presented to us, it's the same staff, same management. So my question to whomever is here representing them is, why would we expect things to be any different?
We can certainly have the representative come forward. Tonight, Roger Packer is here, and Roger is the regional manager, and he can come up and address your questions.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me. In Flying J, we like to say that we're here for the long haul. We want to do right in the things that we do, and in our proposal, we put together a plan which instituted new cash register options so that it would automatically flag every sale of alcohol where the cashier has to input data, which was not happening previous to this. And so we felt like that would take care of that instance. And so it flags every single sale. So we've tried to go over and above what we do normally in that regard. We've taken additional training measures. We've terminated employees that have done so. We've counseled managers and staff. We've withheld bonus opportunities. And so we're trying to make a very big statement here to ensure that this doesn't happen again.
Councilor Jameson.
Go ahead.
Okay. Roger, I've seen these programs before where you have to enter in the birthday of the year or the year that the person was born. It seems to me that there's a pretty easy way to just type in 19 whatever and get by the system. Is there any tracking system involved with this new software that would kind of show that somebody's repeatedly using the same year over and over again as a code to allow them to sell, to get past this barrier? Is there any follow-up procedure that you have in place or plan to?
That's a great point. We can definitely pull that data and look for a trend if somebody's consistently typing in the same numbers, and then we can identify that individual and do further training and things like that. We also kind of do our own secret shops as a management team where we come around and we watch for that. And if that happens, then we go for additional counseling and training as well.
If I could just add another comment for the council. Last week, I believe it was Wednesday or so, I had an occasion to be out at the Flying J in that area, and I went into the store to see if I could buy some beer. It was a hot night. But I went in and I saw that you had the coolers properly signed that said that no beer or wine is available until further notice. And all the material was just removed, and there was vacant area on the shelves. And I was looking for, frankly, a sign that said, if you want to buy beer, go to the restaurant, get your beer here kind of stuff. And I went over to the restaurant and looked around, and I didn't see any sign that said buy beer here or big stacks of cases of beer that said on sale or anything. I guess I wanted to just share that I did investigate, and I found that they were following the order. They weren't trying to sidestep it with a move to push people to the restaurant to buy beer. I think, Roger, I think you guys got the message, what we're trying to tell you, but I followed up just enough to verify that I think they truly did get the message, that they're not still trying to sell beer and get around our system. It really looked like you couldn't buy beer there, just to share that.
Thank you, Rogers, very much.
Thank you.
Any further discussion from the City Council? Any further discussion from anybody in the audience? Hearing none, we will. Councilor
Process
James.
question. Tamara, do we need to just remove item 13? I'll move to amend to take item 13 out of the approval process.
A second, please.
Second, Urbanbach.
Seconded by Councilor Urbanbach. And there's been a motion to amend the prior motion to remove item 13 by Councilor Brown. It was seconded by Councilor Urbanbach. Any discussion on that? Hearing none, we'll vote on the amendment made by Councilor Brown, seconded by Councilor Urbanbach. Roll call vote, please.
Council members Aguilar,
Yes.
Anderson,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Entman,
Yes.
Urbanbach. Yes. Jamison.
Yes.
That is passed 6-0. We now have an amended motion. Is there any further discussion on the amended motion? Hearing none, if I could have a roll call vote, please.
Council members Aguilar,
Yes.
Anderson,
Yes.
Brown, Entman,
Yes.
Urbanbach. Yes. Jamison.
Yes.
That is passed 6-0 as well. Thank you very much. We'll now move on to item 16, and Councilor Anderson Jr. is asked to excuse himself on this item. Can I have a motion to approve item 16, please?
Move to approve, Jamison.
Second, Entman.
Councilor Jamison has made a motion to approve item 16. Has been seconded by Councilor Entman. Is there any discussion, Lori?
No further comments on
No
item
further
16.
comments? Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Any questions? Yes, Councilor Jamison.
Lori, is this the beginning of a new restaurant there at the ground round? Is that what's happening here?
Yes, I believe they are doing a complete remodel in there and are going to rename it the 18th Amendment, and are just going to keep the same location, but it's completely new ownership, and it sounds like, a revamping of the entire building.
Great. Okay.
Yep.
Is there any discussion on this item from anybody in the audience tonight? Hearing none, we'll move for a roll call vote, please.
Council members Aguilar,
Yes.
Anderson, Brown,
Yes.
Entman.
Yes.
Urbanbach.
Yes.
Jamison.
Yes.
That item is passed 5-0 with Councilor Anderson Jr. Excusing himself. Chairman Jameson, with your permission, could I now move into a proclamation that I was supposed to do earlier?
You have my permission.
Thank you, Chairman Jameson. Thank you. I'll now ask the Parks and Recreation Department to come up, their head, along with the Parks and Sandra Pay from the Parks and Recreation Board. First of all, I'd like to welcome you, Senator, and thank you for your service, as well as if you could thank the rest of the board for their service as well. We would appreciate that. And I'd also like to introduce Don Carney. Don is in charge of the Parks and Recreation Department for our entire city. I think, as Mr. Spenga said earlier, one of the gems we have in our city is our Parks Department. And thanks to your leadership, Don, great things are happening. And thanks to the board also that's helping us with that. We certainly appreciate it. I do have a proclamation that I'd like to read to both of you and to the people of Sioux Falls. Whereas parks and recreation programs are an integral part of communities throughout this country, including Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Whereas our parks and recreation are vitally important to establishing and maintaining the quality of life in our communities, ensuring the health of all citizens, and contributing to the economic and environmental well-being of the community and region. Whereas parks and recreation programs build healthy, active communities that aid in the prevention of chronic disease, provide therapeutic recreation services for those who are mentally or physically disabled, and also improve the mental and emotional health of all citizens. Whereas parks and recreation programs increase a community's economic prosperity through increased property values, expansion of the local tax base, increased tourism, the attraction and retention of businesses, and crime reduction. Whereas parks and recreation facilities are fundamental to the environmental well-being of our community. Whereas parks and natural recreation areas improve water quality, protect groundwater, prevent flooding, improve the quality of the air we breathe, provide vegetative buffers to development, and produce habitat for wildlife. Whereas our parks and natural recreation areas ensure the ecological beauty of our community and provide a place for children and adults to connect with nature and recreate outdoors. Whereas the U.S. House of Representatives has designated July as Parks and Recreation Month. Whereas Sioux Falls, South Dakota recognizes the benefits derived from parks and recreation resources now. Therefore, I am Mike Huther, Mayor of the City of Sioux Falls, do hereby proclaim July 2010 as Parks and Recreation Month in Sioux Falls. Thank you.
We are really delighted to be here tonight. Thank you for the proclamation. This is all part of our celebration of becoming an accredited park system. And it's been said, but we'd like to say it again, that there are over 10,000 park systems in the United States, and only 90 of them are accredited. And the reason there are only 90 of them is because it, frankly, is one heck of a process. It was a lot of work, and on behalf of the Park Board, I really want to thank and recognize the Park Department staff for all of the effort that they put into that process. There was a lot of burning of the midnight oil. But I also want to thank you, Mayor Huther, and the Council for your moral and financial support of the parks. Without that support, we couldn't even have begun the process. So we want to present to you our trophy, so to speak, for becoming an accredited park system, and we hope you will find a home for it someplace where people might pass by and look on and just reflect on how important parks are to all of us and how much they contribute to the quality of life in Sioux Falls. Thank you.
Very, very quickly, first of all, thank you for that great honor to the people of Sioux Falls. Don, thanks for your leadership. Also, I'd be remiss, Mayor Dave Munson spent the last 8 years of his life trying to ensure that parks were very, very viable and strong in our great community. Would have never happened without his leadership, as well as there are city councilors like Vernon Brown and others that are no longer with us. At least they're with us, but not at the table here today, who also heavily, heavily supported parks in our great city. So again, on behalf of Mayor Munson, this city council, and the 4 city councilors that are no longer with us, we will accept this award. Thank you, Don. Thank you. Thanks, Senator. Thank you.
Nice.
Chairman Jameson, thank you for allowing me that opportunity to jump back in there. I appreciate it. We will now move on to item number 23, please.
Item number 23 is a second reading, an ordinance of the City of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, providing supplemental appropriations, facilities management $880,300, engineering $265,000.
Thank you. Can I have a motion to approve, please?
Move approval, Aguilar.
Can I have a second?
Second, Jameson.
There's been a motion by Councilor Aguilar, seconded by Councilor Jameson for item number 23. Any discussion? Mr. Cotter, welcome.
Thank you, Mayor. Mark Cotter with the Office of Public Works. Again, Council, this money puts to work about 25 projects that are focused on energy reduction and conservation. One of the most notable is the replacement of the boilers in City Hall. I'm told that they are the oldest boilers in the state. They are 74 years old, and Eric Jelkin, that is in charge of managing the facilities at the city, is very much welcoming upgrading those boilers to have two that are operational instead of one. But there are a number of projects that relate to lighting, controls, HVAC, traffic signal improvements, and so with that, we'd ask for your support.
Any questions or comments in regards to item number 23? Any comments from anybody in the audience tonight? Hearing none, if I could have a roll call vote, please, on item number 23.
Councilmember Aguilar?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Entman?
Yes.
Erpenbach?
Yes.
Jameson?
Yes.
That is passed 6-0. Thank you very much. Item number 24, please.
Mr. Mayor, I need to excuse myself from this.
Councilor Entman is asked to excuse himself on item number 24. If we could continue, please.
Item 24 is a first reading, an ordinance of the City of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, rezoning property at 816 South Colville Avenue from the RS2 Residential District to Subarea A of the Sanford USD Medical Center Plan Development District. Petition number 2010-0616, and amending the official zoning map of the City of Sioux Falls. Planning Commission recommends approval.
Because Councilor Entenmann has excused himself on this particular item, let's take this one now, and then we'll move on to the others. If I could, why don't we open up for comments first? Yeah, we'll open up for comments. Mr. Cooper.
Okay, Mike Cooper, Planning and Building Services, and joining me tonight is Dave Loveland. We have a number of items tonight that were considered by the City Planning Commission during their normal July meeting. This is a petition by Sanford Health. They have purchased an existing single-family residence that they are now asking it to be rezoned as part of their campus plan development district. And this property is located on the north side of West 17th Street, on the east side of Colville Avenue. At the time that this particular area was rezoned, the property was still in the process of being negotiated by Sanford Health. And now that they have acquired it, they would like to add this into their campus master plan.
Could I have a motion to set a hearing date and a second reading for Monday, August 2nd, 2010 at 7 p.m. for item number 24?
So moved, Erpenbach.
Second, Anderson.
There's been a motion made by Councilor Erpenbach, seconded by Councilor Anderson Jr. on item number 24. Any further discussion on that item?
Mayor, can I
Yes.
ask one question on this?
Councilor Anderson Jr.
Mike, is this the house that they built the parking lot around there on
Yes.
on the north side, just that one little, okay, thank you.
No further questions or comments. We will now vote on setting a hearing and second reading for Monday, August 2nd, 2010 at 7 p.m. from item number 24. Roll call vote, please.
Councilmember Aguilar?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Erpenbach?
Yes.
Jameson?
Yes.
That is passed 5-0. Now move on to items 25 through 29.
Item 25 is a first reading, an ordinance of the City of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, rezoning property at 201 East 8th Street from the RC Recreation Conservation District to the C3 Central Business District, petition number 2010-0614, and amending the official zoning map of the City of Sioux Falls. Planning Commission recommends approval.
This is a portion of the City of Sioux Falls public parking system. The property is located on the south side of 8th Street, east of the Big Sioux River, and also includes a portion of the river ramp. We have been looking at this particular area for future redevelopment, and we are looking at rezoning this to make it part of the downtown central business district.
Item 26.
Item 26 is a first reading, an ordinance of the City of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, rezoning property at 243, 303, 305, and 307 East 8th Street from the RC Recreation Conservation District to the C3 Central Business District, petition number 2010-0612, and amending the official zoning map of the City of Sioux Falls. The Planning Commission recommends approval.
This is the property formerly known as the Shoneman site. It consists of just over 5 acres of land area on the south side of 8th Street, east of the Big Sioux River. A portion of this has been announced recently as the new location for CNA Surety. Their plans are to construct a new office building with parking that they would be occupying early 2012. The north portion of the site we're rezoning also in anticipation of other future redevelopment. So all of this property is being rezoned to part of the downtown central business district.
Councilor Braun.
Mike, will there be a tax increment finance district set up for this? Is that right, that I heard that was under
Yes,
consideration?
CNA Surety will be coming forth with a request for a tax increment district.
And that has to happen. The district needs to be set up before any construction takes place, right?
That's correct.
So I assume we'll see that soon?
Yes, that would be coming to the council in the near future.
Thank you.
Item number 27, please.
Item number 27 is a first reading, an ordinance of the City of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, rezoning property at 2111 North Louise Circle from the I-1 Light Industrial District to the C4 Planned Commercial District, petition number 2010-0609, and amending the official zoning map of the City of Sioux Falls. Planning Commission recommends approval.
This is a petition by Jim Burma, the owner of the property. The site is just about 2.5 acres in size, and it's located in between Interstate 29, Russell Street, and the north side of Louise Circle. The current use is a combination of office and storage, and the petitioner is anticipating the possibility of having this developed into a campground that would be somewhere in between 10 and 12 camping spaces.
Item number 28, please.
Item 28 is a first reading, an ordinance of the City of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, rezoning property at South Faith Avenue and the East 49th Street from the AG Agricultural District to the RS2 Residential District, petition number 2010-0604, and amending the official zoning map of the City of Sioux Falls. The Planning Commission recommends approval.
This is a petition by Chuck Moss, developer of the area called Diamond Field Estates. This is just under 18 acres of land area. It's located on the east side of South Dakota Highway 11 and south of West 49th Street. And this is part of the development plan that will include, again, just under 18 acres of land for future residential development.
Item number 29, please.
Item 29 is a first reading, an ordinance of the City of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, a major amendment, petition number 2010-0602 to Chapter 15.45.070 Plan Development Districts at northeast corner of South Sycamore Avenue and East 41st Street, allowing changes in land use as reflected in the revised sub-area regulations and amending the official zoning map of the City of Sioux Falls. Planning Commission recommends approval.
This is a petition by Ronning Enterprises, the developer of this area, which is called Manifold Acres. This particular petition is just under 2 acres of land area on the north side of 41st Street and east of Sycamore Avenue. The original zoning included a multifamily residential. Because of the market out in this area, the developer is now asking to downzone this particular property to allow for twin homes or single-family residential.
Mr. Cooper, thank you very much. Could I get a motion, please, from the City Council to set a hearing and second reading for Monday, August 2nd, 2010 at 7 p.m. for items 25 through 29.
So move, Brown.
Second, Anderson.
Councilor Brown has made a motion, and it was seconded by Councilor Anderson Jr. to set the second reading for items 25 through 29. Any further discussion? Any discussion from anybody in the audience? Hearing none, if we could have a roll call vote, please.
Councilmembers Aguilar?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Intiman?
Yes.
Erpenbach?
Yes.
Jamison?
Yes.
That is passed 6-0. Thank you very much. Item number 30, please.
Item 30 is a resolution amending the 2010-2014 capital program to add energy-efficient projects in various departments.
Could I have a motion to approve this in a second, please?
So moved, Intiman.
Second, Brown.
It's been a motion by Councilor Entenmann, seconded by Councilor Brown on item number 30. Mr. Cotter, welcome.
Mayor and City Council, item 23 actually appropriated the funding. This item will amend these projects into the capital improvement plan so we can start work.
Any discussion? No discussion from anybody in the audience as well? Hearing none, if I could have a motion, or I'm sorry, if we could vote on the motion made by Councilor Entenmann, seconded by Councilor Brown.
Excuse me.
Yes,
Can I ask
Councilor Anderson Jr.
Mark, on this here, with the government funding and that, how much are we saving on doing these boilers and this work now?
I could certainly get that for you. I've got the number overall that was combined for about 130 projects, but I can separate these out from the list because these were picked based on CO2 offsets, average payback cost, and the project cost. So I can certainly send that to the City Council and provide that next week. I don't have that number with me tonight.
And one of the reasons I was asking and looking at these bid numbers, it looks like those bids also came in under. So I just wanted to know what the total savings was going to be on these.
Right. There's going to be some of the just everyday projects, like there's a number of these that are lighting, and it just really, it switches out the old T12s to the TA bulbs, which use about a third to half the energy that the current lighting does. But there's some very good annual offsets, so we'll put together a table and send that out.
Thank you.
No other discussion on item number 30. Could we have a roll call vote, please?
Councilmember Aguilar?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Intiman?
Yes.
Erpenbach?
Yes.
Jamison?
Yes.
That is passed 6-0. No other discussion tonight. Could I have a motion to adjourn, please?
Move to adjourn, Jamison.
Second, Anderson.
Councilor Jameson has made a urgent motion to adjourn, and it was seconded by Councilor Anderson Jr. Hearing no other discussion, if I could have a roll call vote, please.
Councilmembers Aguilar?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Intiman?
Yes.
Erpenbach?
Yes.
Jamison?
Yes.
Thank you very much. That motion is passed 6-0. Thank you, Sioux Falls. This motion is adjourned.